Good morning. Wendy, I unmuted you.
How you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm good.
Y'all hear me? Lynette, can you hear me? Wendy?
Yes.
Okay. Everybody's muted except for me and Wendy Navarro. Good morning, everyone. I'm going to wait about 1 minute. I'm going to start. I hope everybody's having a good week so far.
It's been pretty good. Busy?
Busy. Okay, we're going to go ahead and start. I'm sure others will get on, but good morning, everybody. Good Tuesday morning. Thank you for being on the call. And I've asked Wendy Navarro to help me today. So she's going to be bringing us some information also. And I know it's good to hear from several different sources, several different people, the way everybody does different, but we can all take something from each one and put it together and use it how we can use it to make it work for us. So I've asked Wendy to join me today and help us with some assignments and also some information. She's full of good information. So the first assignment is going to be make an inspirational post on your Facebook wall. Make an inspirational post on your Facebook wall, and I'll put it in the chat. When you're finished, come back and put done, please. Thank you. Whoops. One is an exclamation. Good morning, sister.
Good morning.
It's a dreary day here.
It's a dreary day over here too.
Okay, Wendy, there's
Yeah.
several people that's getting done, so I'll let you go with it for now.
Oh, okay. I'm still looking for a really good quote. I'll do mine later.
Okay, go ahead.
No, I'm good. I'm good. Hey, everybody. I hope everybody's having a great start to your week. It's only Tuesday. For some of us, it probably feels like Wednesday or Thursday, but it's been a busy week for myself and for my team. So I hope you guys are having a great week as well. But what I wanted to talk about today, first what I'm gonna do is just give you guys something to do that worked well for my team. And it does involve your back office. So if you guys could go ahead and log into your back office. They have some great reports back in the back office that can really help you manage your business. And for those of us that have struggled with follow-up, although the binder helps me a lot, these reports have been key to me staying on top of everybody, making sure that I'm touching base with everybody. So make sure that you're using those reports. If you don't understand them, get with your upline because they're a great tool for you if you don't have something in place already like the binder. But anyway, so when you go into your back office, I want you to go under business and look under reports. And I know it's only the 12th of the month, but this is a great report for you guys to use to make sure you're following up with your people that have purchased retail from you, a sample pack, or sometimes 2 sample packs, but typically it's about 1. But just make sure you view this report several times a week. But I'd like you to pull it up now, and it's going to be right under. I don't know if you guys can see this. Let me try this. Hold on. It says retail. Oh, my screen. Retail report. So you're going to pull up that report, and it's going to show you everybody that's purchased retail from you, when they purchased, so that you can follow up with them. And hopefully you guys are keeping track of their Facebook names as opposed to what their back office names are, because that will get you sometimes. But go ahead and pull that report up, see how many people you have. And I'd like you to reach out to the ones that are hopefully not real old, send them a little message, ask them how they're doing. And after, if there are any issues, what's going to happen is they're going to tell you, oh, well, I'm tired, or I don't feel good, or I'm nauseous. And you guys know the things to help fix that. So typically, and I'm sure you guys know this, I don't want to be redundant, but if they're nauseous, they're probably not eating first, or they're not drinking enough water, or they're drinking too much caffeine, coffee. So it's a way for you to fix the issues if there are any issues. And then that leads you into purchasing a kit, whether that be a control kit, or which is where I always start, or the monthly special if you have to back down to that if they can't afford the control kit, because I do believe the control kits do yield the best results for people. So if you guys will go ahead and do that, and then just write done when you're done in the chat, that would be
How
great.
many did you say do, Wendy?
I'm sorry.
How many did you say follow up with from the report?
I mean, I would follow up with at least 5, and then you can do the rest later. Depends on, I'm sure we have some newer people on that don't have as many. And for those of you that do, have been around a while, you might have more. So do as many as you can, and then we'll just move on once we see some people are done. If you guys have questions, you can just pop them in the chat too. Now, if it's been a long time since you guys have followed up with people and you've never done this before, a good thing to say to them is, hey, I'm so sorry. I haven't followed up with you lately. It's been such a busy season, but I do apologize. I just wanted to check in and see how you were doing, and then wait for their response. Is everybody done? I can't see everybody's faces. Guess I can move on. We got a couple that are done. Okay, so the next thing that I had my team do as well is the new enrollments for last month. So this is a great way, you guys, again, if you're not really good with a follow-up binder or something you have in place. And remember, you can print this out and use this in your binder as well. But there's another report in your back office, and it's called the new enrollments last month. I don't know if you guys can see that, but also utilize this report. This is great. Again, you guys will find out really quick. You definitely want to keep track of names. I know I do this, and Darla does it as well, but in our binders, we write their name on Facebook on that sheet of paper, because otherwise, because we've all done it, so we know how much it can drive you crazy. So just try to keep track of those names. But I'd like you to pull up that report, And hopefully you've already done some of this from probably the beginning of last month, but I know we were all really busy at month end. So you might have a lot and maybe you haven't gotten to it, but I would definitely follow up with them now. You could even do some of the follow-ups for your new enrollments this month for the first week. And that's a way for you to touch base with them. So either work on new enrollments for last month. If you've already done those, then I would go ahead and follow up with your new enrollments for the first week of this month. And then just comment done when you're done. And guys, everybody's a little different, so I know there's a lot of different uplines on here. This is just something that I like to do for my team on a DMO and put it in our team training group, but it's a good tool to utilize every week. These reports are really good. So you can just add it to your DMO. If you're new, they might have you doing something different, so I don't want to step on anybody's toes, but it's just something that's worked for my team.
That's awesome, Kay Duncan.
I'll give it a few more minutes. How's everybody doing? It's weird when you're running these calls because it's like silence.
I know, it's so quiet.
It is.
We're busy.
Yeah.
Any questions? Sherry, number one was to make an inspirational post on your Facebook wall. And number two was to pull up the retail report in the back office and follow up with at least 5.
Oh, poor Sherry. She's snowed in. I don't even think she had internet
bless
last
her
night.
heart.
I know. Well, you know what that's like. You just came from a bunch of snow.
I did. More snow than I've ever seen in my life.
It
was
looked
so much
amazing.
fun. It was.
Did you guys have any snowball fights?
We didn't. I didn't think about it.
Darn it.
I know. It was too cold to be outside very much.
Everybody ran inside.
Yeah. It was amazing though. I did get dumped over on the snowmobile 2 times.
I heard about that, but I wasn't going to bring that up on the call.
2 times and almost a 3rd time.
What happened?
You have to lane with it. And they told us, you know, for the snowmobiles that had 2 people on it, that turning can be tricky.
Oh.
So if you don't go out far enough, you just lay over. And we did 2 times and almost a 3rd time. But it didn't hurt at all. The 2nd time it did pop my neck, but I hit harder than I did the 1st time. But after the 2 times, I got paranoid when we'd come up on a curve. I couldn't hardly make myself stay on there.
I pictured you jumping off, like.
No,
right.
I hung with it because I was afraid it would hurt me.
Yeah.
And so and it didn't hurt me. And they tell me that's what you're supposed to do. You know, just sort of brace yourself, but stay with it. So, but no, I just laid down with it.
I was hoping there was just so much powder, like it just cushioned you maybe.
It was.
Yeah.
The first time the snow was like over Travis's knees.
Wow.
So we did, but the 2nd time it wasn't that deep, but it was pretty deep. So it didn't hurt me. But I'm very sore, very, very sore.
I bet.
I think that's just from trying to stay on. It was hard just to stay on the snowmobile.
Your whole body was probably tense, like. That's awesome though. It looked great. That's the one thing I would really want to have done that.
We had 33 on snowmobiles and we had 21 snowmobiles in our group.
Wow.
So it was so much fun.
That is all. How long were you guys out on them?
About 2 hours.
Lynette said it made me cold watching you guys.
Honestly, I wasn't cold. The only thing that got cold was my hands. I mean, I had on like 4 layers on my legs, and then I had on long johns and a sweatshirt and a jacket. But my hands, I just had on UGG gloves.
Yeah.
And I should have put on wool gloves and then my UGG. My hands got cold, but that's the only thing that got cold. My feet didn't get cold, but just my hands.
It looked cold, but it looked so cool.
It was awesome.
That's the one thing I was like, oh, how fast do those things go?
Well, we got up to at least 50 one time. Travis looked and we were on 50, but that was in an open field and we were going, seeing how fast we could go, and we got up to 50.
Not on a turn, obviously.
But no.
That was awesome.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I told Travis I thought he was wanting my team. He was trying to
take you out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have balled up a snowball and hit Travis with it. He probably would have come after me.
I should have.
All right, is everybody done? Probably not. There's probably quite a few on here. But you guys can work on this a little later too. And if you can print it out, it's a great report to print out. Now, the last report, I know I'm kind of reporting you guys to death, but the last report that I think is a really good one is active last month and not but not current month. Now watch your levels on here because it's going to have your whole downline, but look at active last month, not current month. I know we're only on the 12th, but we're almost at the midway point. Well, we are at the midway point because it's a shorter month too. We're almost there. So this is a great time to see why they haven't ordered, or, you know, look at the dates and make sure that it's accurate and make sure it's your level. But this is a really good report to utilize before the end of the month, where we all start to panic and everyone's freaking out and we haven't, you know, you're trying to hit your numbers. So pull up the active last month, not current month. And I want you to message your level. And I would also look for levels on here that maybe their upline is not active, or they just don't have anybody, if you know of that, and maybe reach out to those as well if that's the case. Because those people can sometimes just get lost in the shuffle.
Who all was on the Power Hour yesterday with Rob Sperry? I thought it was awesome.
It was amazing.
It was. If you were not able to be on it, you should listen to the replay.
Where is the replay, Darla?
I'll look and see. I didn't see it posted in the replay or the recording chat, but I'll look and see. And if it's not, then I'll ask Alicia or Lisa to post it for us.
He's awesome.
He is.
I remember where did we see him? In New Orleans that one time?
At Night with the Stars in Slidell last year.
Yeah, he was really good. He's just so positive.
He is. He's one of my favorite.
And he talked a long time too.
He did. He did good.
Spent a lot of time. And guys, when you message them again, if they haven't reordered and you don't know why they weren't active because you haven't followed up with them, just use the I apologize again. I apologize. I haven't followed up with you. You know, I know it's been, you know, it's a busy time of year, but I apologize. How are you doing? And then just don't say anything else and see what they say. Sometimes we talk too much. You need to let them give you some feedback so you know what the issues are before we over talk. And they'll tell you.
Vicki, that's okay. You'll get there. Thank you for being on the call today.
You will, Vicki. We all started there.
She's training right now. She's doing good, but she was on the call yesterday, so that was awesome.
Oh, that's a great call to start with.
Right.
Oh, my lamp is so bright. Is that blinding you guys?
It's really not. It just looks like a white spot.
Okay. It's my angel back there.
Mm-hmm.
I hope. Everybody can use one.
That's awesome, Vicki. And the good thing about the Power Hours is they're all recorded and posted in the team group. So you can always go back and do another one, or if you miss one, you can go back and listen to it. But on the days that you have extra time, like if the team call is in the morning, then in the evening, if you have time, you can go and listen to a recording and do it in the evening or vice versa. So these are awesome. That's right, Annette. I do too. Lynette, not Annette.
That's a great thing. If you get interrupted, and we get interrupted a lot, there's messages or team members needing help, or you can always go back to them. It's happened to me a lot. Somebody wants to buy a kit. All right, anybody have any questions? Looks like we're moving pretty good. Did you have any other activities you wanted them to do, Darla?
I've got a couple, but first, if you will, Wendy's very, very good at selling the True Control kit. And she helped my team and told us exactly how she sells the kit. And so if you will today, I'd like for you to share it with everybody. And this just makes it a lot easier. She gives you the steps on how to sell the control kit. And we all start with it, trying to sell that to all of our customers because it's easier to go down instead of go up. So if you don't mind today, Wendy, I'd like for you to share that, your method of selling the control kit with everybody.
Sure, absolutely. And like I said before, I know there's a lot of, upline, down, other teams on here. So this is just what's worked for my team. Obviously follow whatever they tell you to do. But this is what's worked for me to help get me to Club 90. I've made every Club 90 and I love the trips. Darla is the same. And a lot of my team, I just had 2 that just qualified, Cindy and Tara.
Yay.
They're both on here. Congratulations. But this is, I always start with the kit. And first, let me tell you why. It's really not just because of Club 90, because I can't sell something I don't believe in. And these kits really do work. So there's a method to how I go through this. And I do it because I make a recommendation that's specifically just for their needs. I typically use the same kits over and over and over again. I have my favorites that I feel like work the best. But if they answer a different question, and I'm going to go through the questions, I have 6 questions that I ask. And so it's just 6 questions. And then after I ask these questions, I have a little blurb that I have for each kit that says, okay, this is the kit that I would recommend for you for sure. Because remember, they're coming to you as the expert. So they want you to help. They want your input, and they will do what you tell them to do because they view you as the expert. So know that I don't want to say that like you have that power, but it's almost like when you go to, I don't know, if you go to a gym and you hire a trainer, you just expect them, they're supposed to know what they're doing. And so you put your trust in them. They're on our page. They see, what we're doing. They're there because they want to lose weight and get healthy. So they view you as the expert. So when you tell them something, they're going to listen to it. So typically what happens in the page, and you guys all probably have customer groups, people will say interested. And then one of the admins will tag you. And the first thing that I do as soon as I message this person, I love it on the page, send them a message, is I say to them, are you ready? And this is going to sound forward, but it works. Are you ready to get started with True? And would you like recommendations? I always say the same thing. Are you ready to get started with True? Or do you need recommendations? And 99% of people, maybe 98, will say, yes, they want recommendations because, again, they're coming to you as the expert. So when they say, yes, you're going to go through these questions and you're going to ask for one question at a time. And I found that even though I teach it this way and everything is perception's reality. So people think, oh, I'm just going to put all the questions in at once. You don't want to do that because then it feels like you're not listening to them and they need to feel like you're hearing them. And it is important that it goes in that process. So the first one I always ask them after I ask, are you ready to get started with True or do you need recommendations? And they say yes. I always say, how much water do you drink on average daily? How much water do you drink on average daily? Now I'm going to tell you right now, people are going to say a lot. Okay, well, a lot to them is probably a bottle. That's not a lot of water, or 2 bottles. So if they just say a lot, I say, Well, on average, how many bottles or glasses do you think you drink daily? I will press them because you really do need to know that. And they'll answer you. I mean, well, the worst case scenario is they're going to say, I don't know, or shut up or whatever. I mean, I've never had anybody be mean to me, so don't worry about pushing them. They're coming to you as the expert. So how much water do you drink on average daily? When they give you an answer, 5 bottles, or okay, just, you'll see what they say. The next one is, what is your current weight? And you'll see a pause here too, but they need to come with it. They need to tell you how much they weigh so you know what you're dealing with. So once they answer that question, then you know how off their water intake is. They're going to say, I'm 250 pounds. Well, they think they drink a lot of water. They drink 2 bottles. Now we know that's not a lot of water, so they need a lot more than that. After I ask what their current weight is, I ask them where they carry most of their weight. This is as much a mental question for them to think about as it is information for you. Okay, it really just gets them thinking and feeling like, okay, she really is trying to get down my body type and what it's like. And typically I'd say 80% of my women say my belly. Men always say my belly, but 80% of the women say belly. So immediately I'm thinking detox, the Renew Detox, always. But it's really to get them thinking like, oh, she's listening. She's the expert. She's going to help me. She's going to coach me. So it is a mental thing as well. After that, I always ask any meds. And I literally just put any meds, MEDS. I don't even put medications. So then that gives me an idea of what their medical, what their history is, background. I'm not giving them any advice. I just want to know what they're on. And then the last question, and everybody gets really touchy. And I've had a couple guys on my team go, ooh, I feel weird asking a girl this, but it is important because it tells us a lot about their health and this is the most elegant way I have found to ask it. Are you regular in the restroom area daily? Are you regular in the restroom area daily? And they know what you mean. And very rarely do I have somebody go, well, do you mean 1 or 2? Like I don't really get that a lot. So that will also tell you a little bit about what their medical history is like. Now, this sounds like some people feel like this is extremely direct and you have to build rapport forever. And remember, a lot of people don't have a lot of time, and we live in a microwave society. Everybody's moving on and they've made the decision right now. They said they're interested. So your job right now is to give them a recommendation. And after you ask all these questions, which aren't a lot, after you ask them, then you're going to send them a recommendation. So write yourself up a little blurb on, this is, and I would keep it short. This is the kit I would recommend for you for sure. And then you're going to say it comes with our 30-day combo, or, if you recommend the True Fix liquid with the True Control, you can say it comes with our new True Fix Gold liquid, whatever you want to say, and the True Control combo for 30 days. Then you can put it comes with our detox. Make sure they know it's gentle. It's not a cleanse, but it's really going to target their belly area. People really, that's the one area they really want to target. They just told you they're carrying their weight there. So make sure you put whatever they say, you kind of want to put that into your response. And then after I send them that blurb, I send them a picture of the kit. So I send them the blurb, a picture of the kit. This literally takes like 5 minutes total. And then after I send them the kit, I immediately put questions. I don't put, do you have any questions? What do you think? I put questions and I leave it.
Could you put your copy and paste blurb in the comment? Do you have that?
I don't have it on my computer, but
okay.
If you guys message me, I'll send it to you.
Okay, let me see, I may have it.
You know what? Let me send it to you, Darla, and then you can.
Yeah, send it to me and I'll put it.
Don't message me, everybody. I got so many messages waiting now. So remember that once your job right now is to make a recommendation, because I believe in building rapport, but my team will tell you I'm not going to be their best friend, coach, whatever it is, until they buy from me. I do not have time, and I'm not trying to be mean, but people will suck you in and waste your time. So once they're your customer and you're invested, then you're going to get to know them. They're in your group, they're asking questions, they want to lose weight. Help them with what they're asking. And then after that, then you build that relationship. Otherwise you'll end up, and I know I did it in the beginning, I think everybody did it, you end up giving advice and turning into their therapist. It gets crazy. So this is the simplest way that I've found for myself and my team for us to help the customers. And then if they say, ooh, that's too much money, I don't have that much money right now, I'd say I hear that maybe, I'd say probably 25% of the time. I don't know about you, Darla, but maybe 25%.
Probably.
And if they say that, and I could, then I go into, is there any way you can increase your water? And if they say, and they'll say yes, and I'll say you can flavor it, and then you find some solutions for that for them. And then I say, well, then you can start with the combo, 2 pills twice a day, and then you back down to the $98 kit for the monthly combo. But you never want to start there, because if you start there, even if somebody comments interested on the $98 on my page, I ask the same questions. Are you ready to get started with True, and would you like recommendations? And I always recommend a kit. I never go straight to the combo. You can always go down. You cannot go back up. It's a mental thing. So do you guys have any questions?
They're going to have better results with the combo, with the kit, than with just the combo.
And you're going to have higher retention.
Right.
I'm looking for that right now, Darla.
Okay.
Okay, and I'll send you a picture of what kit. You guys are going to laugh at when you see how small this is, but it's really this simple. Okay. Any questions, anybody? Oh, you guys are welcome. I don't see any questions. And even if you're new, you can do the same thing. They still think you're the expert. They have no idea that you're new unless you tell them. They don't know. And you still know more than they know about the product. So remember that. Be confident. And this product is a really good product, and you have great uplines that will help you. If you're not quite confident to do this on your own, ask your upline to go in a 3-way chat with you. I do that for people. If people aren't selling or they just don't know what they're doing, I'll have them put me in a chat so I can see what they're saying, because typically people are saying too much. They're talking too much. If you keep it simple, you will sell more. New folks, how to do, if you've taken 1 or 2 doses, Yep, that's true. Well, that's right. Did you get it, Darla?
Yeah, I'm logging in with my phone.
And then I'm going to send you, okay. And then just send a picture of that kit. That's the kit with the detox, the new True 6 powder, and then True Control. Sorry, there's an echo.
That's me. I'm trying to get it off. Did you send me the picture, Wendy?
I thought I did. Try it again. If you get it twice, sorry.
Okay.
And that's it. That's how my team sells kits.
Well, I can't get the sound to go off. Okay, got it. Okay, you recommend the liquid?
Not always. It really depends on the person. Let's say this person, like the other day, I have a client that has Crohn's. So I think, and I don't know if everybody knows, but my son deals with that. So after talking to Dave Brown about it, he will not drink the liquid. He doesn't like the flavor, but he said it is an accelerated formula and it will absorb better, and it's just stronger the way that it's delivered as well. So he wanted me to get that in him as much as possible. So if somebody has inflammation and it's really bad in their body, lupus, Crohn's, I recommend that. I drink it. I don't mind it. I know that I wore out the flavor a little bit, so now I mix it with the new True Control lemonade. But I do recommend it because it is accelerated. I feel like it works better for a lot of people, but not always. I mean, if people prefer capsules, or they'll tell you, I just want the capsules. Can I not do the drink? So then I'll switch it.
I can't see how to add a picture to this chat, so I'll put it. It's the combo pack with the True Control combo, the Heart and Hydration, and the Renew Detox. So that's right, Wendy?
Yep, that's that one. And you can switch up this verbiage any way you want. You could just take out I call it True Fix Max, but you can take out that out of it and just put, the 30-day core combo with it, or however you want to word it. You can just change up this wording for whatever kit you want. And I mean, it's nothing special, but I just figured I'd show you guys what we use. Anybody have any more questions? I'm glad you're talking to me because it's like silent.
I know, it's silent.
Bing, pin drop. And it's so weird because I know you're typing, but then I see Mama Starfish. So then I'm looking for Kaylee.
Hey, Heather, you say I'm not in the team chat, but in your back office, it's the control kit that has the True Control combo, the Renew, and the Heart and Hydration. It's that kit. So everybody's not in my chat. You're probably in your team chat.
Here you go. Here, I'm going to show a picture.
Okay.
It's this package. Shoot. It's the True Fix liquid, the detox, and the True Control capsules. So it's that package for this verbiage, but you could switch it up any way you want and use it any way you'd like. And I know some people don't like people to call, change the name of stuff, but for me, sales-wise, it works. So I utilize a little bit of extra verbiage there to explain our product. Don't judge me. Works for us.
Okay, so now we'll go to the next assignment. We have just a few more minutes left. So the next assignment is going to be go to your birthdays on your friends list and send everybody a voice memo, a happy birthday. And does everyone know how to find their birthdays? I'm sure they do. But I'll show you just in case. You go to your Facebook, to your personal Facebook, click on the three little lines at the bottom, and then you'll see events will come up. Can y'all see that? Click on events.
You can see it.
And at the top, you'll see calendar. Click on calendar. And then you'll see a little birthday cake with some names. Click on the names, and those are all the people that have birthdays who are on your friends list. Go to them and wish everyone on your friends list that's having a birthday today, happy birthday. And I like to do this with a voice memo. And I try to do this every day, even on Sunday. I try to wish everyone, because it does make you feel special whenever someone tells you happy birthday. And, everyone is special, but it just takes you a little bit extra with someone whenever you wish them happy birthday. I have a lot of people that will reach out to me after I wish them happy birthday that I haven't heard from in a long time, because it makes them feel that much more special. And on your birthday, I mean, we all look on our post to see who's wished us happy birthday, or I do on Facebook. So they'll see your name there. And if it's a voice memo, they're just about going to listen to it. Wendy, Vicky says, will you talk us through that again? I had to load Facebook. Vicky, I'll talk with you when the call is over, because we have just a couple more minutes, and I'll go over all of it with you. I have all the questions written down and also the verbiage I can send to you and the pictures. As soon as this is over, I'll message you or call you and we'll go through it.
The other thing you guys will find is with these birthdays, you'll go, oh, especially after the Facebook clean out. This is a good method to go in and make sure they're still in your group.
Right.
I found a couple of them.
Kim has, every time I do a voice memo for the birthdays on these calls, when I come back to the call, I cannot hear. How can I keep that from happening? Do you know, Wendy?
So she must be on her phone for the
Yeah.
call. I would wait then, or maybe use a different browser. So maybe log in through Google for one and use Safari for the other.
Yeah, try using a different browser if you're on using the same device.
That's the only thing I can come up with.
Okay, Kim, Mari says click the speaker on the Zoom after you find you're finished with your birthdays. I work from my phones only. I have 2 phones and I keep them both going all day. But my Zoom, I always listen to the Zooms, or whenever I'm home I do, from my computer so I can work on my phones. It just makes it easier for me. Okay, and so if you're finished with your birthdays, the next assignment will be go to your green dots. And I love doing the green dots in alphabetical order. So if you're doing that, just start where you left off yesterday, or if you've already done some this morning, just start there and let's do about 15 or 20 green dots. Just touch base with 15 or 20 of your friends. Vicki, green dots is, if you'll look on your messenger, go to messenger. Just a minute, let me get mine up. And you see the green dot by everybody's name. That means that that's people that are online right now. And so just send them a voice memo through Messenger. And Wendy, do you want to tell us what you say just for this, for the green dot? Wendy?
Yes, sorry.
Okay. Would you give them an example of what you say when you're doing your green dots?
Oh, sure. I mean, I really do. I use the I apologize. If it's been a while, I always say that. And I actually took that from Ray Higdon. This is not like some genius thing I came up with, but it works. It kind of diffuses the situation if you haven't, spoken to them in a while. And I always just say, hi, so-and-so, I apologize. I haven't followed up with you lately. It has been a crazy busy season. How are you doing? Or, something like that. So just start with, I apologize. I haven't followed up with you. Now, if you have followed up with them, I simply just ask people how they're doing. How are you doing? Just wanted to check in, see how you're doing. And less is more, and let them start talking.
Right. This is more. I was trying to see. I think I have Allie's response written down somewhere too.
Hi, Kelly. Just checking to see how you're doing with your True Vision. If you have any questions, please message me. Please let me know how you're doing. Thank you. I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye.
You guys just remember to look at whatever you said to them last. I should have said that. So just kind of scroll up and make sure that you're not saying something like if you've never followed up with them or, you know, whatever it's about, or just make sure you're kind of, you know, because once they start talking, you want to know the history a little bit. I love the green dot method.
I do too. This is a response that Stormy just sent me, and she thinks it came from Allie, but it says, hey, I didn't want you to think that I'd forgotten about you. I know last time we talked, you were super interested. Can I help you get started?
That's
So
a great one too. I love that.
Yeah, I do too. That's another good follow-up. And I'll read it again. Hey, I didn't want you to think that I'd forgotten about you. I know the last time we talked, you were super interested. Can I help you get started? And I'll put that in the chat.
I love that because it's direct, like to the point. It's nice, but that's why you were talking to them beforehand. They wanted to purchase or they were interested. I love that.
That should be I apostrophe D instead of eyes. Sorry. Sherry, just curious, when do you do the green dots and then reply back? At what point do you ask them or recall the message about them starting?
I do green dots 3 times a day if I have time. I spread them out.
I especially do them in the morning and in the evening, but I try to do some in the middle of the day also. Because like Kaylee said, I mean, I want to be able to contact everybody that's on my friends list in 3 months. So every 3 months at least, I want them to hear from me. So if you're doing it in the alphabetical order, keeping up with where you left off, and you do this 3 times a day, you should be able to contact everybody on your friends list in 3 months.
I would ask them on the first message. I mean, when you look at your history, sorry, Darla, I'm leading off.
Go ahead.
If you look up and you see that was the last discussion that you had, I would use Allie's message right away or use the I apologize. I just wanted to follow up with you, you know, ask them point blank. Right now is a good time because people want to lose weight. They're thinking about it. I mean, I have people from last year. I'm sure you do too, Darla, that are.
I do.
Everybody does the same thing every year.
Right.
New Year's resolution.
Also getting ready for summer. It's time to start now to get ready for summer. And income tax season. So people have a little bit of extra money usually.
Tax return, big time.
Yes, Vicki, you do. I'll call you as soon as we hang up too, and we'll go over this. So, okay, that's going to be all for today. Wendy, do you have anything else that you'd like to share?
No, that's it.
Okay. It's been an awesome call, and we got about 4 minutes, but we're going to go ahead and go. And any of these assignments that you didn't complete while we were on the call, you can go back when you have time today and complete those assignments. But thanks to everyone that was on the call. We appreciate it. Can't wait until tomorrow, Power Hour.
Yeah.
So see y'all later.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.